The Hashemite kingdom of Jordan does not have a lot. It is one of the most water-scarce countries in the world. It is mostly desert with not a lot of arable land. The country doesn't have oil and has to import most of it. Other than phosphate and potash, it isn't blessed with a lot. Jordan's financial resources are limited and poor spending decisions means that a lot of debt has been accumulated. Some of its biggest sources of income are remittances from Jordanians living abroad who send money back to the country and foreign aid from whoever they can get it from. The country is located in one of the most unstable regions in the world and has historically faced threats from Arab nationalists who oppose the monarchy, terrorists and extremists who also hate the monarchy. The average citizen's mood on the institution changes from time to time. Look, they're happy here, sad here and angry here. Anytime a country in the region is facing a crisis, Jordan has had to host a huge chunk of their refugees, and since it isn't rich, it puts pressure on its already tight budget and water resources. Right now, Jordan hosts around 670,000 refugees who are mostly from Syria. Ruling this country is like playing a game on the highest difficulty and then thinking, I need more. So you put a gun in your mouth and make it so that it will fire if you make 3 mistakes in a row. That is the kind of situation Jordan's monarchy has been in. A couple of mistakes and they could lose it all in a revolution, an assassination, a misjudged war, an economic crash or a coup, political or military. Keep things the way they are and you might have a revolution. Reform too much and the conservatives might organize a coup against you.
Your bones are scraped clean by the desolate wind.
The Emirate of Transjordan was formed in 1921 by Abdullah I. He ruled the place as a British protectorate until the 25th of May 1946, when the country would gain its independence. Jordan would participate in the 1949 Arab-Israeli War and lose, but did take over the entire West Bank, which it annexed in 1950. He was succeeded by his son Talal bin Abdullah, who would rule for 13 months, after which illness would force him to give the throne to his son Hussein bin Talal. King Hussein would rule the country till 1999. His reign would see the Arab Cold War, multiple assassination attempts, wars, more wars, close wars, the console wars, and internal coup plots, not to mention protests and revolts from his people. He would also lose the West Bank in the Six-Day War. When he took power, Jordan was a poor country, had the West Bank, and was reliant on British aid. When he left power, Jordan was still pretty poor, lost the West Bank, and was reliant on aid from sometimes the Americans, the Gulf states, or other Arab countries and Iraq. He tried to find a solution to the Palestinian conflict but was unsuccessful. The 70s were pretty good, with Jordan getting a ton of aid from the Gulf states and remittances from citizens working there. The 80s saw oil prices crash and Jordan's foreign income dry up, resulting in it improving ties with Saddam's Iraq. The two considered each other friends and Iraq would provide discounted oil and some aid to the country. The Gulf War in the 90s saw that end, so Jordan fixed its relations with Israel, signing a peace deal in 1994 and started receiving aid from the US. His son Abdullah II or Abdullah II or Abdullah the Double I came to power in 1999. He enacted economic reforms and kept improving relations with the US, resulting in Jordan signing a free trade agreement in 2000. A special economic zone in Aqaba was established and the ICT sector also saw investment. Jordan experienced pretty strong growth in the 2000s, averaging 8%. The Syrian civil war and the massive influx of refugees have slowed the economy down. The country also has a massive unemployment problem, and the country's reliance on imported fuels, despite it having a lot of potential for renewables, has caused issues. The Arab Spring in 2011 also spread to Jordan, with the king announcing political reforms to calm the situation down. Having nothing and being surrounded by neighbors who would like a piece of you, Jordan's chances of survival were pretty low. Despite some mistakes, the monarchy has done a pretty decent job.